Hello everyone, this is the most magnificent bird, Beak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I'm back at it with another character review, and this character review is going to be on Gold Mythic Mighty Hunter Zachary. And yes, I know I'm a little late on this character review, and I could have done it last week during Turkey Day, during that whole week or the weekend, but honestly, I'm gonna be straight up. I just wanted to relax from making RTS content last week, so here we are. Nonetheless, this is a little bit late, but here we are. We're gonna go ahead and knock this out right now. And before we get started, I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe out there. I'm doing good, and I'm staying safe for the most part. And let's not waste any more time, and let's go ahead and jump into this character review, shall we? Mighty Hunter Zachary, Kingdom. His trait is tough. His role is control. And his allegiance is a member of the kingdom. Let's take a look at his stats. His attack stat is 17,220. His defense, 10,332. And his HP, 29,847. Now let's take a look at his adrenaline rush. Painless Hunt. The recharge rate is 66 AP, so that's pretty, that's mostly for most gold mythics. That's, fast. This fighter recovers from all penalties and gets 20% Halo for 2 turns, plus 20% Halo for each penalty recovered. Deal 150% of this fighter's missing HP as damage to a line of enemies. Okay, so here we go. So obviously he's going to recover from all penalties. The only penalty that would stop him from using this adrenaline rush, well, no, there's 2. He will be able to proc off this adrenaline rush only if he isn't impaired or stunned, but no matter if he's got daze, bleed, infection, burn, you name it, except for impair and stun, he'll be able to recover that. And plus, he's going to be getting 20% Halo, and not only 20% Halo for 2 turns right at the start. Plus, he's going to be getting 20% Halo for each penalty recovered. And if he's got a bunch of stuff like bleed, infection, burn, defense down, just anything, confused, taunt, that's going to be potentially a lot of Halo built up, which, if this character gets taken down, that potentially could be a pretty annoying thing based off his specialist skill, which we will get to. And, if you take him down, and if he ain't normalized, then he will be proccing off his adrenaline rush once again. So, plus he's only going to be dealing 150% of his missing HP as damage to a line of enemies. I mean, that's not good as far as damage, but he's not meant to be a damage dealer, so I guess they had to give him something where he's doing some kind of damage. But honestly, for him to even be doing any damage, I probably would have left that out, and I would have, gave him something else in place of the 150% damage. But I don't know, maybe there's something in his kit that maybe he's doing more damage. I'm not really sure, but as you can see by his kit, it seems like the HP is going to be the bigger thing about his kit. So, honestly, I do like this adrenaline rush, and if you're coming up against this, which I'm lucky and I haven't come up against this new Zachary just yet, I can see this being very annoying if you can't normalize him somehow. There are 2 normalizers out there, Yuletide Ezekiel, Eva, and Ghost, and there's a couple other ways to normalize him as well, but if you can't normalize him, you know, that's going to be really annoying coming up against him, and that's going to be really good for your defensive team. So, yeah, other than the 150% damage, that's kind of meh on his Adrenaline Rush. The first part is, like, really good. So, yeah, overall, I do think his Adrenaline Rush is pretty good for the most part, except for that last part, but he isn't meant to be doing damage, it doesn't look like. So, yeah. So, let's go ahead and take a look at his signature move, Hearty Blast. The initial cooldown is turn 1, and 2 turns for the cooldown, and number of uses unlimited. This fighter gets 100% impair resistance for the rest of combat, and 100% decapitation resistance for 1 turn, while on the attack team, deal 200% of this fighter's max HP as damage to an enemy. Okay, so he will be getting 100% impair resistance for the rest of combat. So, you know how I said that impair would potentially stop him from getting his Adrenaline Rush off? Well, that's out the window. So the potential only way to stop him from getting his Adrenaline Rush off is definitely stun, unless he's got something else in his kit, which I just kind of took a quick glance at the Adrenaline Rush and I didn't really look at anything else. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely talk about it and we'll get there. So far, the impairing him won't work. So, it seems like right now, maybe the only way to potentially stop him truly would be Normalizer or some form of Normalize. So, yeah, that's going to be really good, especially if he's in your team where he will not be able to be impaired at all for the rest of combat. That's going to be really good if he's in your defensive team, but if you're coming up against him, that's going to be rather annoying, honestly. Absolutely. And then he's going to have 100% chance, 100% decapitation resistance, but it's only for 1 turn, so that's not too bad. Honestly, you can just wait the 1 turn, and then if you can crosshairs him, decap him, then okay, there you go. No problem at all. And then when on the attack team, deal 200% of this fighter's max HP as damage. But the problem with that is I don't see him being an attack toon. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could, but he's going to be doing very low damage. I don't know. I see him more as a defensive toon, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe you guys have some thoughts on him potentially being an attack leader. I mean, not an attack leader, an attacking toon, but I don't know. 150% damage and 200% damage is the highest. I mean, like, I don't know if I would bother making him an attack toon, but I don't know. Maybe you guys have some ideas on that. But yeah, the impair resistance, that's going to be really good and really annoying. The decapitation resistance, that's not too bad. It's only the 1 turn, honestly. And then dealing the 200% damage, I'm not sure how I feel about that one, but which one am I liking better? Maybe the Adrenaline Rush, but that first part of the signature move is actually really good, honestly. So let's go ahead and take a look at his mythic abilities. Precision. Enemy resistance are 40% lower against this fighter. No need to go ahead and talk about this all that long. Go ahead and level that one up. You'll be able to get the most out of him that way for sure. Deadly Death. When this fighter dies, all teammates get 100% attack for 1 turn. Okay, so when this fighter dies, all teammates will get 100% attack for one turn. The problem is, he could be used for an attack team, potentially, but I see him more as a defensive toon. I'm not really sure he's doing 150% damage and 200% damage on his Adrenaline Rush and signature moves respectively, but that doesn't... I mean, that's damage, but that's not a whole lot of damage. There's way better damage dealers that are going to do higher damage, you know what I mean? So I see him more as a defensive toon, so... If you have him fully on a defensive team, that 100% attack is going to be kind of irrelevant, kind of useless. Unless you put him on attack team, I guess I would level this one up, but I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm not going to pull for this toon. I don't have the tokens to pull for this toon, so I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on Deadly Death. I'm not sure. Back again at the start of each turn, if I can talk. At the start of each turn, revive a teammate with 40% of their max HP. Okay, so again, this would be pretty good for defensive purposes and maybe attack team purposes. You know, at the start of each turn, you're gonna get a 40% chance to revive a teammate. You know, you're gonna be able to revive a teammate with 40% of their max HPs, which is gonna be, depending on the situation you're facing, that could be pretty good. And honestly, if your defense is in a battle against an attacking team, this could be really good in certain situations, like if you're in CRW or raids or, you know, whatever. It depends. I think Back Again is a little bit better, in my opinion, than Deadly Death, just because I'm not really mixed on that aspect. If you can have a chance every turn to bring back a dead teammate, why not level it up? You know what I mean? It's not like it's going to hurt you. It actually might definitely help you and make the difference against certain teams, honestly. Sickly Harvest. When performing this fighter's specialist skill, a random enemy gets 200% infection for 2 turns, plus 2 targets while on the attack team. Okay. So, whenever you perform Zachary's specialist skill, which only happens when he's gonna die, so that's very important, a random enemy gets 200% infection for 2 turns, which, that's really good, because you never know who that infection is gonna go on, and it could go on a toon that could be, you know, if you're coming up against this guy, and that infection could go to an important toon on your team, that if that toon is dead from whatever, then that team might be screwed, pretty much. So, it depends, but it is a random enemy, so who that infection would go on, like it says, it's completely random. Plus, you know, 2 targets, plus it would go on 2 targets while on the attack team. Again, they're trying to push him being a, you know, maybe not a heavy damage dealer, but they're trying to push him being able to be usable on an attack team, and I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing him more as a defensive control toon. Even though his defense is the lowest stat, you could get that defense higher than the attack stat if you put him behind the right leader. So, I don't know. Maybe people will try to utilize him on some sort of an attack team, but I'm not sure right now. But that 200% infection is still pretty good. If you are planning on using him on an attack team for whatever reason, then Deadly Death would be pretty good, and then Sickly Harvest would be pretty good, because you're infecting more enemies that way. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of mixed on this toon, to be honest, because they're trying to push him towards being on an attack team, even though it seems like he's clearly a defensive toon. I don't know. I'm getting mixed signals from this character, so I don't know. We'll see. Now let's take a look at his specialist skill, Outlast. When this specialist is defeated, their death is delayed for 1 turn, during which they still may take an action and receive 100% AP. No need to really go into this. We know how annoying this one is. Let's see, we have Vance. Now Zachary, especially Vance. Vance has been a major pain in the ass for years, ever since he's come out. And he can still be a major pain in the ass today, right now. If you don't normalize him, he's still, like I said, he's still a major pain in the backside. And now Zachary, he's going to be another major pain in the backside where the sun don't shine, absolutely. So, no need to really talk about Outlast. It's not really new. We've all had the pain of coming up against Vance when we think we've defeated him for good. Nope, there he goes. He's right back. Zachary, oh, oh, he's going to be the same way. I can see it. Now, let's take a look at his weapon. Mighty Hunter Zachary's crossbow. 40% attack, 40% HP, stun resistance. At the beginning of each wave, this fighter and up to 2 teammates get 100% stun resistance for 2 turns. Improved HP up line. All teammates in a line get 20% max HP. Okay. So we have 40% attack, 40% HP. The HP, that's, I like that. That's good. Now, stun resistance, okay. So based off that, the only way to stop him, well, I guess there's no really true way of stopping him from using his adrenaline rush unless you kill him first. That's the absolute only way, and you have to normalize him. That's the only way you have a chance at stopping that. So, like I said, you have Yuletide Ezekiel, Eva and Ghost, Father's Day Tyrese has normalized, and there's other countless normalize, there's other ways to normalize tunes, but those are the more prominent ways I can think of right now. Is there a normalized weapon? I wouldn't be surprised if there is, but I don't think there is. But if there is a normalized weapon, let me know. But I know Yuletide Ezekiel, even Ghost, and Father's Day Tyrese are definitely ways to stop, to normalize certain tunes. So there you go. I was using Father's Day Tyrese, but right now, I'm on Eva and Ghost, and I love them. I love it. I absolutely love it, because normalize more than, I think, 9 out of 10 times procs. Absolutely. So, yeah, stun resistance. So he's now, not only is he going to be able to stop in pairs, but he's going to be able to stop stuns, at least for 2 turns. So, after that 2 turns, if you can get a stun on Zachary, then there you go. But by the time we get to those 2 turns, he might be popping off his adrenaline rush. So, I don't know. It's kind of a win-win, kind of a lose-lose situation. I guess it depends. And then improved HP up line. I don't know. I'm kind of, that 4th slot, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't know. They could have maybe added something better on that 4th slot. But the stun resistance is actually pretty good. And it does kind of seem like they want to make him an attacking toon. I don't know. If you want to follow through on that and then follow through on his attack, or what might be the better bet, this actually might be the better bet here. Go all in on his HP, plus, based off the 150% damage of his missing HP. I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on this tune because they're trying to push him as an attack, as a damage dealer, kinda, but not like a heavy damage dealer. I do like the look of his weapon. I think it looks really cool. The 40% HP, my recommendation for his weapon, probably go all in on HP, honestly, and then if you want to focus in on that attack, you can. You absolutely can. But if you don't want to fully focus in on the HP, maybe change out the attack for defense. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not too confident on this character. Like, the way they're trying to sway him. No, I'm not saying he's bad. No. But the way they're trying to push him, it's like they want him to be a damage dealer. They're trying so much to make him a damage dealer, but maybe y'all can make him work as a damage dealer. I don't know. But if anybody has Mighty Hunter Zachary, let me know. How's he working out for you? Are you trying to use him as a damage dealer? And if you are, how's that actually working out for you? I'd be really interested to know. And yeah, I know Turkey Day is way over, but I know we're gonna have another Christmas Carol character coming in. Yeah, I'll definitely get into her character review when that time comes. But yeah, unfortunately, they have another Christmas Carol coming into the game. I don't know why, but I don't know why it's got to be Carol. But it's a little bit different, but it's like, really, didn't y'all just do this last year with Carol? But anyway, we'll see. We'll see about that character. I just saw like a picture, and that's pretty much it. Like, I don't know what she does. I know she's apparently going to be a part of a Christmas event that's probably going to be coming within the next day or less from this video. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys for today. And I just gotta say, I do like the avatar. I mean, not the avatar, but the artwork on the left-hand side there. I mean, at least he's, providing, getting turkey for friends and family, possibly. Or maybe for himself, I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys for today. What are your thoughts on Gold Mythic Mighty Hunter Zachary? Have you pulled for him? And if you have, what are your thoughts on him? And just in general, what are your thoughts on his artwork, his weapon, his build? Whatever your thoughts are on him, just let me know down in the comments. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and for your continued support. Or if you're new, welcome in for the first time. All of you are very awesome, and I thank you again. And don't forget to hit the bell and switch on all notifications so you know the second I upload to YouTube. I am Beak, and I'm gonna go fly away back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.